All right, so today I have some information on the male consumer that comes from the Fragrance Foundation. One of the guys at our store was going to take the fragrance certification test, and of course, they send out literature for this test for you to study. And I took it about 7 or 8 years ago at Nordstrom, and I wanted to see how the information had changed since then, mainly in the men's info. And so I copied off this paperwork, and basically I'm going to share with you what I found that I thought was interesting. It says men are unquestionably the major beneficiaries of today's fragrance revolution, and of course they break down the men's categories into four groups. The baby boomers, which are born between 1946 and 1964. It says baby boomers look for brands of fragrances and personal care products that empower them to feel good about themselves and even compete with younger men. In terms of buying behaviors, they want to be encouraged to try new fragrances, probably under the same brand name as the products they have been using for years. The next group is Generation X. Gen X consumers were born between 1965 and 1976. These males will buy their own or accept gifts of fragrances from people whose opinions they trust. It says they're savvy, hip, and the best educated consumers the fragrance industry has ever had. In the next category, they have two new profiles. This next one is the non-traditional creative, or NTC. It is a man in a non-traditional creative field. They are iconoclast. NTCs are the ultimate fragrance buyers looking for niche brands no one else has discovered. And the last group is the urban male, and they have urban male in quotes. So, the urban male is a term used to describe an urban male with a strong aesthetic sense and an interest in style and appearance. He is well groomed, well dressed, and all about the details. The urban male buys his own fragrances and grooming products, follows the skincare rules, and may even go to the spa for manicures or pedicures. He'd probably enjoy owning a wardrobe of distinct fragrances for all his different aspects of his lifestyle. Taking care of himself and taking pride in his appearance is a great source of confidence. I think we all know who the urban male is. They were very careful with this part here. I thought it was very funny and very true. They do some bullet points of what men want, which are brand names, natural ingredients, and something that's light, quick, and easy. So it says 83% of the total number of new men's fragrances introduced between 2000 and 2005 were in the aromatic, fougere, mossy woods, and woody oriental categories. 35% were aromatics, 24 were mossy woods, and another 24 were woody oriental. The category showing the most decline is dry woods, from 23% in the 1980s to 8% in the 90s and 6% from 2000 to 2005. And the dry woods is actually one of my favorites. And it sources Fragrances of the World 2005 for those numbers. Then it goes on to talk about global preferences. Different cultures and individuals around the world favor different types of fragrances. Naturally, there are some universal favorites, but preferences can vary widely. The following information reflects some of those unique preferences within the U.S., France, Spain, Germany, and the United Kingdom. The aromatic fougere category is the most dominant across all these countries. Mossy woods and woody orientals are the next most preferred categories. The least popular across all these countries is the aquatic category. which here in Denver, the aquatic category is pretty popular, and that's probably because we don't have any water out here. um, Aromatic fougères make up half of all preferences in Spain, 48%, as well as Germany at 52%. Woody oriental scents are twice as popular in France and Italy as they are in Spain. So I found that interesting about the global preferences, and I wouldn't have guessed that the aromatic fougere would have been the powerhouse, the most dominant category. I would have guessed maybe more, somewhere in the citrus family. So, nonetheless, like I said, this information came from the Fragrance Foundation, and that's all I have for you today. I just wanted to share that info with you, and I'll see y'all later.